It's just another day for Clinique executive Heidi Guest.
I usually leave for the train station around 6:30 in the morning, arriving in the city about an hour later. I love the walking in New York, and New York is one of the most exciting cities in the world to work in.
Halfway across the continent, Laura Terrell heads to class. Just another day.
Every year has been different. Every semester is different. Every week is different, I feel like. Every time I turn around, I feel like I'm always learning something, and that's because of Tri Delta.
Laura and Heidi share a common bond, a lifelong source of growth, friendship, and timeless values. It's their membership in Tri Delta. Tri Deltas understand what it means to belong to one of the most dynamic and well-respected women's fraternities. But how do you explain the magic of Tri Delta to someone who hasn't yet lived it? We decided the best way to explain what Tri Delta means to its members would be to introduce you to a couple of them. Thus began our national talent search, not for the next ruthless executive or a new singing sensation, but for women of character, role models who exemplify the core values of Tri Delta. Out of the more than 200,000 members and 450 collegiate and alumni chapters across North America, we could only choose 2. And then we followed each of them for a day.
The hardest thing is trying to be natural, more than anything else. When I first heard cameras were going to follow me, I wanted to make sure, my shirt was tucked in, I didn't have lipstick on my teeth.
It was very interesting, the reactions of the people. Everyone just kind of gave me these funky smiles, like, what am I supposed to do when the camera came? But everyone was so wonderful, and I just said, don't look at the camera, okay? And then you're good. But also, do we just post everything on the discussion board and then just email you as we go?
That's the idea.
Okay.
As a senior, Laura Terrell is looking ahead toward the excitement of adult and professional life, a life Tri Delta has helped her prepare for.
I think it's very real because sorority life teaches you things that you don't learn in a classroom. It really enhances a whole different aspect of your college experience and your leadership development. It has changed who I am as a person, who I am as a leader, who I am as a student even. It has affected literally every single portion of my life.
In Clinique's Manhattan headquarters, Heidi Guest is making good use of the leadership skills she developed in college as a Tri Delta.
The thing that I really want to get across, because I know Evan this time is going to be writing the letter in my voice, and then Robin, heading up the whole creative process, will be collaborating with you. The lessons of leadership were the greatest things that I learned at Tri Delta. How to bring people together for a common cause, appreciating that people do things differently, but knowing the objectives we had to meet. Those are things I use every day. Tri Delta showed me how to do that, and how to make sure that I surrounded myself with people who had talent, and that I wasn't afraid of it as a leader, but I actually welcomed it. Yeah, and I think it's just right for, the whole 3-step campaign and everything we've got going on right now.
Good.
Okay. My world today is North America, it's also global. And the skills I learned in terms of dealing with people that were different from myself and coming together and collaborating was huge. Certainly I built those skills at Tri Delta, I've expanded upon them in Clinique, but I will be forever grateful for those experiences.
Have you seen Allison and Ann? Oh, there she is. There's Allison.
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna do lunch. All right, bye, Lindsay. My big sister in Tri Delta, not only was she my big sister in Tri Delta, but she was literally my mentor. I mean, she helped me find out which classes to take. She kind of got me through, especially that freshman year. And to find those friends that love you and will be there for you in every single walk of life is the best thing that I have found in Tri Delta.
I said 2 from your group and maybe, 2 from mine. He said, no, all you. I know that a lot of my success is based on mentors I've had in Tri Delta and mentors I've had outside. And I think today, young women and men need those advocates and need those ambassadors.
And so if I were to move somewhere after graduation, I could literally get on InCircle and see who lives in that area and maybe what hobbies they like. I love to sing and dance, and so I could look up which Tri Deltas are in that area that also have the same interests. Right when I was a new member, my first week, my big sister took me immediately to St. Elizabeth's and was like, I have someone I want you to meet. This is really important. And ever since then, 3 years later, we've been visiting the same lady.
While Laura makes time each week to give on a very personal level in her local community, she still finds time to support our philanthropic partner. Tri Delta chapters far and wide give selflessly, year in and year out, to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. From races to car washes, ball games to personal letter writing campaigns, Tri Delta's support is counted in millions of dollars for the hospital.
So next on the agenda, we're going to go through each officer and be sure to give me a report of how everything is going in your office right now. It was very real world on some level because I feel like you're running almost a little mini corporation in Tri Delta with lots of different people and the officers and coordinating and putting on very large events and philanthropy events, social events, different academic studies, just working with different people. And while it is fun and you do really make some incredible friends and you have a great time, there is a lot of work that goes behind the scenes that does prepare you for real life. I think Tri Delta does attract a wide variety of women, but it's all women that have the same core of values and that have the same kind of qualities. I think we all come in different shapes and sizes and colors and heights, but that it's the heart that remains the same.
Hey Rita, how are you? Rita Vinicombe has been one of my best friends since we pledged Tri Delta years ago. And Rita and I have been lifelong friends, and our children are friends. We call each other quite frequently. Though we live on 2 different coasts, we are in contact, and our families are very solidified, and that gives me great pleasure. I definitely see myself as multidimensional, as I think most women today do. Balancing work, family, philanthropy, community activities, school, all of those things. Whether you want to be full-time one thing or full-time another, or multidimensional in a lot of things, don't let anybody tell you you can't, because you can.
Tri Delta engages its members for life. Heidi Guest's exciting life is enriched through her lifelong connection with Tri Delta. She leads with grace and lives her life true to Tri Delta's timeless values.
Whatever your vision, whatever you want to do, to have perfect confidence in yourself. To second guess yourself is to second guess your life. And I think that is one of the greatest gifts Tri Delta gave to me.
Tri Delta leads the Greek world in providing innovative opportunities for growth and meaningful friendships.
Being in Tri Delta has definitely developed a lot of layers, and it has deepened me. Not just grown me out or up, but literally in my heart and in my soul, brought down those layers to be even more real and more concrete.